Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And it's raining.
It's like real rain right now.
It's not a shocker after the last week, but we went to get coffee, and we came back with said coffee, and we had to cover our cups because the rain was starting to come down. And just in the time as we're getting closer to the studio door, the rain was coming down even more.
You might say the rain.
Came down, down, down.
Could say that.
In fact, I can hear it louder now. I don't know if you can hear it through our microphones, but you can hear it hitting the roof and outside even more. This is exciting. This is good. I hope we don't have like a flood through here halfway through.
Don't say that because I'm traumatized after this last week.
It's been crazy.
My kitchen flooded, and I'm still not sure how. No one's
Neither.
sure how.
But it's definitely raining. Like you can hear everything. Like it's great. All right, Kitty, let's move into the show. What should people do before we do so?
You should subscribe to Daps Magic. I almost said .com, but that's the end of the show. Subscribe to Daps Magic and also share with people you love. If you love this show, we're Daps Magic. If you don't, we're Josh Tomorrow.
Fair. That's exactly what it is.
Gosh, that's my favorite video of the day. I can't wait to talk about it. Anyway.
That was good.
Anyway.
We are going to bring back the segment of what's on Mr. Dapp's desk. We don't have a logo for it. We don't have a zing for it. Is that what it's called, zing?
Yeah, like
the little music zing? Yeah, okay. We don't have that yet, but we do have a book.
book.
It is called Walt's Apprentice. It is the story of Dick Nunis. It's a great book. I'm about halfway through it, and actually, I didn't keep the spot where I was because I was close to the, but you know. Anyway, definitely worth reading, and it's a great perspective on the history of Disneyland and the Disney Company in general from his perspective. He's a fairly positive guy from what I can see so far, and has created or has shared some unique stories and looks at Disneyland as it grew up as he did, and that I'm enjoying so far.
You didn't say Dick Nunis.
Disney Legend. Which is weird because usually it's Disney Legend
Dick
Nunis, like Disney Legend Josh Gad.
Yeah. Well, it's like one of those things. It's like saying Sir Paul McCartney.
Yes, it just needs to happen.
Dame Judy Andrews.
Yeah, all the above.
You know, it's a title. Disney Legend is a royal address.
Walt's Apprentice, keeping the Disney dream alive. If you go to the directory page on Daps Magic, there's actually a place where you can see an Amazon page, and it has all of the books that I have, so you can find it there. Cool,
We know
right?
how to read here at Daps Magic.
We do like to read.
I'm squashing those literacy
We were
rumors
just talking
now.
about reading before the show started. We enjoy it. Before we get into the show, mainly so that we can enjoy the show, we need to talk about what's in our cups.
Yeah.
Katie, what is in our cups?
So what's in our
Because I can talk about these, but you need to talk about what's in the cup.
What's in the cup? I just did the so thing.
You did.
This is a flashback to my first Geeks Corner episode. Slay. This is a coffee. Well, this is a mug. But in the mug is a coffee my parents got me. I just got back from
Where's it from?
a very lovely vacation. It's from the Dominican Republic, I believe.
I'm not waiting. I'm going for
What
it.
the bag said. He's not following the rules of coffee tastings.
I smelled it. I sipped it.
What do you smell? You didn't tell people what you smelled.
I was going to let you do that. I was going to go second this time because it's your coffee.
Okay, so you smell, and I smell fruits, and I smell nuts. What do you smell?
I was going to say berries
It
and
is
nuts.
a conversation. No, berry is a more specific type of fruit. So yes, because it's less of a citrus fruit, more of a berry fruit. No, stop saying ketchup. Anyway,
And I would actually say there's an element of chocolatey to it. I was noticing, and I didn't notice it when I tried it earlier, but after brewing it and grinding the beans, when I smelled the beans,
yeah,
there was a chocolate element to it, which is great because we are now going to try this with chocolate from Japan.
This is an around the world coffee tasting because the coffee is from the Dominican Republic.
Yep.
The chocolate is from Japan.
Yes. And the coffee came from your parents.
Yes.
The chocolate came from my parents. So
it's a
like
parent tasting.
It's the parent tasting, I guess. Yeah.
Not the parent trap. Oh, that is good chocolate. I see what you're saying.
I like that. It makes it even richer, doesn't it? And smooth.
Oh, that's delicious. Earlier, we had it with a brownie.
This is better.
This is infinitely better. Because brownies are kind of like one note, I want to say.
It's amazing. The chocolate brings out a completely different depth of the coffee, right? I'm very impressed.
You know what's crazy?
What is crazy?
So,
I immediately went to Pinky in the Brain when you said that, and had. Anyway, keep going.
anyway. What I think is crazy is that sometimes nobody laugh. You can't laugh. Nobody can laugh. Sometimes I wonder if I'm like actually good at my job with like the coffee part. Because I'm like, I don't know that I actually know things about coffee sometimes. But then today I smelled this coffee and I didn't read the bag at all. Because I was like, let me just go off gut instinct. And I was
I
like,
didn't either.
let me like go off of gut instinct for pairing. All these things. And I did it well. So.
And so did I.
I suppose I did the Black Apron thing correctly.
Am I correct? It added depth to the coffee.
Absolutely, it did.
Okay.
No, it adds a complexity to the coffee that I think was already there, but I think it complements it very, very nicely.
Yeah, it balances out really well, and it brings out the earthiness of the coffee a little bit more, and it doesn't make it quite as vibrant, but it makes it a lot it adds more to it.
Impactful.
Yeah.
I love doing coffee tastings. Coffee tasting is really fun.
And hopefully you like watching them, because
Hopefully
occasionally we do them here on Geeks
you
Corner.
like watching them.
And if you do like, let us know in the comments after the show so we can see the comments forever and they're not in the live comments.
Someday, I'm going to do like a savory coffee tasting.
That'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Did I do okay pairing with this chocolate?
You did fantastic.
Okay, because you paired earlier, and then this was my pairing. So
yeah, 100 times. Like it's funny. Earlier, I brewed the coffee. I did the pairing, and it was also funny because I was just like throwing things in your hands. I was like, "Take it."
Yeah.
And then, thank you, Simba. And then this time, you made the coffee and you did the pairing. So look at us go! And you know who taught him how to taste coffee? Me.
It is funny because I tried to make it a little bit stronger, but I actually feel like I made it about the same as yours.
I made mine a little stronger
Okay,
too.
so we both kind of. But when you're smelling it in the bag, it just kind of had this like, oh, I should make like it was an instinct thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right.
Oh my gosh! Look at
There we
us.
go. I'm learning something apparently. All right, let's move over to Disneyland. Since it is raining, it rained a lot at Disneyland this last week, and because of that, Magic Happens did not return on Friday.
Or
It did
Saturday.
not return on Saturday. In fact, we got one rainy day cavalcade on Saturday, and then finally on Sunday we got two Magic Happens parade, and
we saw both.
we saw both of them from the same place, as you can see in our videos. And Katie, what did you think of the return of Magic Happens?
I love Magic Happens. I think it's an incredibly special parade. I do think there's just like this weird aspect of it of like it only ran for 2 weeks. And it was weird because having it back this weekend, it felt like an old friend. But I was like, it was only here for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Like, and speaking of rain, 3 years ago when this parade initially debuted and we had it for 2 weeks,
On Sunday night.
like half of the shows got rained out.
Yep. And we have a video on a Sunday night
We have video of it. The rain started
as the rain
halfway
started.
through.
Yeah.
Like they were already coming down from Small World, and they were on Main Street, and it started raining. And so we have that, which that parade. Fun
I
fact.
think we got it both ways too, because it was the one I was thinking of is when it was leaving from Town Square, and we were right kind of in
Oh,
front
we
of
were
the
sitting
train
in front of the train
station,
station?
and it started spitting on us, and then it was like full on raining
And
by the end of the
then
parade.
they can do that parade in 5 minutes.
Which is always, I love when those things happen because I just think it adds such a fun unpredictable element, like Christmas Parade in the Rain, is hilarious because suddenly things disappear, it moves faster.
I think
Yeah.
operationally, it's fascinating to watch something like that happen.
It's brilliant. It shows you the brilliance of the Disney operations and
well, and how quick Disney operations moves.
yeah.
Say,
So favorite part of Magic Happens.
Oh, easy. Possibly favorite part of any Disney parade ever. A
wow.
specific moment. It is.
Favorite moment.
If I may proceed,
Okay.
Your Honor. We're in a court now.
Okay.
No.
I don't have
No.
the gavel, so
No, you don't need one.
it'd be funny though.
No. You don't need one.
Be like my bell.
No. Anywho. Specific moment of the parade, not a float, not a unit, a specific part of the parade of any Disney parade ever. I think one of the best moments of all time is Wart pulling the sword out of the stone, and the way that the lights happen. It's the way it coordinates with the music. It's the way that the audience will cheer. It's, to me, when the audience is engaged with it, is one of the best moments of all time.
Which I think is one of the great things about Magic Happens in general is how into it people are. And like the moment the gate opens and everybody starts cheering and like
So I also think that's a very special part of the parade is the absolute beginning from Small World.
yeah, because the opening dancers walk around outside the doors.
And then they do this like moment of like
yeah.
pretending that they're opening the gate.
Yeah, it's a good opening. And
It feels very theatrical.
I agree. I completely agree. I really like Merlin and Wart also. Like it's kind of hard. It's such an unexpected addition to the parade, but it's so because everything else is really popular stuff.
So, and here's the thing.
I have a second thing I like too though.
Here's the thing. When you talk to people, we talked to somebody on Saturday night that said, of all things, why Sword in the Stone? I mean, I like it, but why Sword in the Stone? And I'm like, because almost every single person you talk to goes, I love Merlin in the parade. Merlin is so funny in the parade.
Well, and
That's so special.
And think of Disneyland After Dark, or when he used to be in the park, and he used to actually pick a kid
to
and they
pull
would
the
get
sword
to
out of
pull
the
the sword out
stone.
of the stone. That was always a really special moment of a Disneyland day, and I think that's a character I would love to see in the park every day, and have that moment back. Because to me, that's yes, it's a busy area, but I think it's just such a magical thing, and like those are lifetime memories. Like, oh, remember Merlin pulled me up and I got to like I never got to do that, but
I have never even seen that happen.
but you think of Disneyland After Dark, we saw him at was it Oogie Boogie? And
yes, and that was
and like
so
that was
fun.
easily one like Merlin and Madame Mim, ironically from the same movie, were two of the highlights of the night, and the third being from Ernesto. Yeah,
I'd also say Blue Fairy was a highlight.
Blue Fairy was too.
Just all of the classic movies, and then Pixar,
Which was an instant classic.
which was an instant classic. Let's all be real.
Yeah.
No, I just think it's so funny how many people you talk to, and they say the Sword in the Stone unit. I also have to say, oh my gosh, Angela, the Pepita puppet is so insane. Like watching that happen, and you know what it reminds me of? It's a parade I've never seen in person.
Parade of Dreams.
Sure it is.
The Rhino.
Reminds me of Parade of Dreams, the Rhino.
Rhino's pretty cool.
It is.
Which we will have a photo blog up soon of the opening day of Parade of Dreams. I think I'm going to hold it till May 5th because that's the day these photos were taken. But I finally found, after literally years looking, May 5th photos that I took of the parade. Actually, it was just all of May 5th, 2005.
So you're posted on May 5th? On the 50th anniversary's 18th birthday?
Sure.
It could buy a scratcher?
Yeah, that's it.
It's been 18 years since the
My other moment, though, that I absolutely love in the parade, though, is, I don't know what to call it, but it's where all of the characters in front of Cinderella and Tinkerbell throws the pixie dust. And I think two of my favorite moments from the parade on Sunday night were there. And one was her throwing the pixie dust with Aladdin and Genie and Pinocchio and Blue Fairy and everybody watching. And the other moment, and I don't know that I've ever noticed this before, and I don't know if it was just a moment that I caught, but I got a picture of Blue Fairy holding Pinocchio's chin, you know, kind of I don't know, an endearing
Like a chin-up kid.
chin-up kid thing. And it was the most precious moment, and I should have put it in the show to show that, but you can find it on my Instagram. But like those two moments were, I think because I was so focused on them, I almost didn't notice the sword and the stone moment. Like I was still caught up in them, but I was still thinking about like, oh, that was super cute. That would be my other favorite area.
I do love the glitter. I love the glitter so much.
Pixie dust.
I do love the pixie dust
There we go.
so
Thank you.
much that I have never even noticed until I looked at Mr. Dapp's photo that everyone points to Tink.
When she does it there. When she does it over on the edge, they don't.
Well, so there's another thing that's really funny.
Because I thought I'd missed it because I saw her do it on the side. And
in the original run of Magic Happens, Tink really didn't spread a lot of pixie dust other than in the musical moment. And I want to say that Tinkerbell is very excited
generous.
that the magic is back. Well, no, like, it's a very special opportunity. Magic Happens back after a 3-year pause. And so everybody was getting some pixie dust on the parade route.
Maybe because there was happier thoughts because it's been gone for 3 years. There was that much more happy thoughts that there can be that much more pixie dust.
True.
I don't know. Anyway, we're happy that Magic Happens is back. Let us know in the comments what your favorite part of it is, and I'm sure there will be more photos and videos of it coming up soon. And if you haven't seen it yet and you're not going to make it into the parks, you can watch both day and night on our YouTube, either live or edited.
And
Both have advantages.
because I'm not a total sellout for my own brand, on Monday, I was definitely having a going back to work blues, and I was definitely listening to our video of the night parade of Magic Happens, just because it's not source audio, but the audio that got released right at the beginning of the pandemic, it's okay, but I was like, I want like the live thing, I want the cheering, I want all of that.
Yeah, you want the feel.
Yeah, and it's also just longer because the release that they put out was 8 minutes, and I was like, no, I want like
the full thing.
yeah. So
All right.
yeah,
We have coming up soon Disneyland After Dark Princess Night.
that's in a week.
We're not going to go through the whole thing, but what are you most looking forward to from Princess Night?
Princess Leia.
Princess Leia. Cool. I'm looking
Also
forward to
Giselle.
that and Giselle. Like I'm excited about both of those.
Those are like the two things that I'm like.
Yeah, I think those two are going to be super popular. I wouldn't be surprised if Princess Daisy and Princess Minnie will be popular. Like everything's going to be popular.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some costumes we don't normally see for other characters as well. But
I need you all to understand. I'm going to pass out when I see Princess Leia.
we'll get video.
I'm not kidding.
Neither. We'll get video.
When the
Just for you.
501st Legion showed up to an event that we did, and General
Rock for
Leia
Chuck.
walked out, I hyperventilated and I cried.
Mm-hmm.
So like I physically cannot process this.
It's going to be good.
Just don't put her in launch, babe.
We will video this. All right, moving right along. Peter Pan and Wendy, we got our first teaser trailer. I think it's our first one.
I think so.
That gives us a look at the live action reimagining of the story of Peter Pan and Wendy. I feel like just watching this, it looks like it's more like the book than it is like the animated Disney classic. But it's coming out at the end of April. What did you think of this teaser trailer?
Tinkerbell, stunning. Neverland, stunning. Everything, beautiful. My one complaint, why is the film so visually dark?
Except for the mermaids.
That's true. Those were bright. Why is oh my gosh. I sound like I'm getting old. Why is every movie so dark?
I don't know.
Why, when I'm watching The Last of Us, do I want to turn up the brightness on my TV?
And we don't even have the TV on cinema mode.
Cinema.
Like, I always keep it on vibrant because I just like it. And partially because it's easier to read when we're doing the show, too. But,
I don't know how to read.
But, like, this is vibrant mode on this TV. And we watched it that way,
And I was
not
still
in
like-
cinema. And it is dark, like especially when Captain Hook comes out, which I think it's supposed to be dark. But I do think there is a choice being made, and maybe it's because you suppose whatever screens they're editing and watching on in previews are so much more powerful than what we have at home.
Maybe, but you would think that somebody would have given this feedback by now.
I don't know. It is an interesting.
It's Marvel movies. It's Star Wars. Like, I think of The Mandalorian. I love The Mandalorian. It's also very visually dark. So, like, I know tomorrow I'm gonna be like brightness, brightness,
and
brightness.
it's not just visually dark. There's not a huge contrast to it either.
Yes, that's
And I
the
think
other
that's part
it.
of that's the other part of the challenge. But what do you think of the trailer besides that?
I love it. I think it's really fun.
Cool.
I think it's going to tell an interesting story. I genuinely love everything about it. I think Captain Hook is extremely creepy, which I think is fun.
The ship looked awesome.
The ship looked really cool. I love that
The nursery felt right.
Wendy had her like a Peter Pan jump moment, which felt very fun. Nana, very sweet. I already said I love Tinkerbell, which I'm just so excited about Tinkerbell.
I just liked that as I was watching it, I felt myself going back to reading the book,
Yeah.
which surprised me because I wasn't expecting. I was kind of expecting it to be like, oh, this is going to be
rehash of the
a
animated.
rehash of the animated. I'm going to recognize this scene and that scene. And yeah, there's a couple moments where it's like, yeah, it's similar, but it more brought me back to the book, and I think that's
That's a good.
like if that's where my brain goes first, it's like, oh, I need to read that book again. I really enjoyed it, and it's connecting with memories of that book. I think that's great. And
that's
Peter
impressive.
Pan's always been a huge thing in our family, just because my grandpa loved Peter Pan, like the book, the movie, Phantasmic. Like when Phantasmic he saw it for the first time, you could see that his imagination had just become reality, and that was a cool thing. And so I'm kind of hoping this is a similar thing with a different way. It had a moment where it kind of reminded me a little bit of the feel of Hook without a John Williams soundtrack. Like I almost found myself wishing John Williams had scored this because I was like, this almost feels like a continuation of that kind of storytelling. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. We'll let you know what we think of it once we have seen it. I have requested a screener, so hopefully we'll let you know before it's out. We'll see. But we're looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. Right?
Yes.
All right, moving on to other great things. The Jungle Cruise got a new skipper today, and that was Disney legend Josh Gad. And if you ever want to be on the show, Josh,
I will give
Gad.
you my seat.
or Josh tomorrow, both of you are welcome. In
I
fact,
will-
same time,
I will.
we could have a skipper duel.
Oh.
They could each tell us Jungle Cruise jokes, and then we could vote on who did it better. My money's on Josh. Which one?
Who's to say?
I don't know. Anyway, what did you think of this, or should we show something first?
I think we should show something first.
All right, so turns out Josh Gad wasn't the only one invited to be a Jungle Cruise skipper. And I think we just leave it at that, right? Okay, we'll enjoy.
Welcome to the world-famous Jungle Cruise. This is the world-famous Kylie, and I'm the moderately famous Josh Gad. Please watch your step as you guys get on the boat today, and watch Frozen 2 when you go home. Now, this is my first time skippering the Jungle Cruise. This is Kylie's first time driving the Jungle Cruise, so now would be a good time to call any of your loved ones and say goodbye. Hi, guys. I was told this stretch of the river is filled with alligators, but that's a croc.
Well, apparently the villagers are having some sort of a celebration, and lucky for you, I actually speak their language. Let's see if I can translate for you. Nope.
Those zebras must be really old. They're still in black and white.
There, you see the ropes right there? Yeah, we put these ropes over there for your safety, actually. It keeps the chickens in and the wild animals out. You decide which is which. Yes, excellent.
And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. The backside of water. Folks, please do not try this at home because you'll hit your head on the faucet. Don't ask me how I know this, just trust me. Thank you all. If you enjoyed this video, I'm Josh Gad. If you didn't, I'm Josh tomorrow. Can I take this to go? I guess this technically is.
Yes, they're old jokes, but does an old joke really ever die?
No. Are you wearing the same hat?
Yeah, actually. An old hat never dies either.
Wow.
I would like to say, just watching this video again, I do feel like the laughs on my boat might have been a little bit louder than the laughs on Josh Gad's boat. Just saying. Am I wrong? You can let me know in the
That's
comments.
a challenge.
It's not a challenge, it's just an observation, because I think he was way funnier than me. Don't you?
I'm not going to answer that. That feels like
You
a trap.
can. I think it's fair.
No, that feels like a trap.
It's Josh Gad. He's funnier than me. I think Josh Gad.
I think you're really funny, though. Like,
But not Josh Gad funny. Like, Josh Gad is like...
True. I don't know. I still think it's really funny that he said, like, the Josh Tomorrow thing. Anyway.
Yeah,
love it.
that's the moment that wins.
That's the
So
moment.
Josh, either Josh, you're welcome to come on Geeks Corner, and we will have a Jungle Cruise skipper joke off. All right. Red Panda May is heading to Shanghai Disneyland very soon for part of their spring celebration. What do you think about turning red heading into the parks?
I thought that the photo of the costume was a still from the film
It's amazing.
for a solid 12 hours.
It's amazing.
It's that good. I'm very, very excited about it. I think it's really cool. I think this is, maybe I could be wrong, I think this is an extension of maybe some play tests we saw late last year.
Maybe.
I think it could be the same technology.
It's possible.
Possibly. Who's to say? I'm just stoked about it. I think it looks insanely rad. I can't wait to see videos.
Here's my question. When's it coming to DCA?
You'd think, right?
I want to see Red Panda May in DCA.
So here's where you could put May. Where Judy,
Oh yeah, in that kind of San Francisco street thing.
yeah, where
Yeah, I
Judy
think that'd
and
work.
Nick are.
But
because
I'd put them on the other side
That's San Francisco.
in one of the doorways. That'd
Yeah.
be super cute.
But I'm just saying, like, Judy and Nick right now are across from the San Francisco bathrooms.
Yeah, and I would put on the other side. You could block the entire street
But
with
imagine
characters.
watching May walk down that street.
Be so cool.
That would be so fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I hope it happens. All right, another thing that we know for sure is going to happen is that The Mandalorian is just, what, 3 hours away from season 3 or 3.5? I don't know how you want to count it.
No, this is season 3.
Technically.
Book of Boba Fett was 2.5.
Okay, there we go. Season 3, Mandalorian, arrives on Disney Plus in 3 hours and 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half even, which is why I'm wearing a Mandalorian tie tonight in honor of that. I know we're all excited about this.
Wait, he didn't write the music.
Here's my question.
Hit me with it.
We also already know that Jon Favreau has written season 4. Where do you think, end of season 3, where are we at? Just like out of the box, like what happens by the end of season 3?
Okay, let's get crazy. I think the Millennium Falcon shows up. And I think Grogu gets on it because he's like, you know what? Being a Jedi, not really my thing.
And it's just Chewbacca, right?
Yeah, it's just Chewbacca.
Okay.
100%. And Chewbacca's like, yo, what's up? He speaks English now. He's like, yo, what's up? You're my little
Subtitles.
dude. No.
Okay.
He just
okay.
says that.
Okay.
He's like, hey, what's up? Come aboard. And Grogu's like, yo, this is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I think most of the issues with Mandalore are going to be discovered, and they have to go from recapturing Mandalore to figuring out what the future of Mandalore is going to be. And we'll see a passing of the torch of some sort.
Way less
and
fun.
I know, but this is just my prediction. Is they're going to go from battle to building, is my prediction.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I think it is Geeks Corner Plus time, though.
I was going to say, it is, because my watch budget is right
Which
at
is
9.
a perfect time to say go to dapsmagic.com, look for the caption of the week, number 2, It's a picture of Snow White and the dwarfs. Leave a caption, vote on your favorite caption, and that will end up, whichever one ends up winning, will end up as the winner, I guess.
I might go leave a silly comment.
Yes, go leave silly comments that you think would be good captions for Caption of the Week.
I'm feeling...
If you have questions, you can throw them in the chat. We will answer them, but Katie will keep talking about her comments.
I am feeling in a silly, goofy mood.
Very good.
You know what I feel like? A silly goose. Honk, honk.
Good.
I've seen a lot of geese lately. I don't know what you were about to say, but I'm going to keep talking. I've seen a lot of geese lately. You know where geese are not supposed to be? In Huntington Beach.
Except for at that one lake. They're always at that one
Okay,
lake.
I don't go near that lake because I'm terrified of geese.
Okay.
The one like park thing.
Yeah, with all the geese. It's like the Goose Lake.
Not the Goose Lake.
I don't know what to call it. There's a lot of geese there, so I'm going to call it the Goose Lake.
And I see children at that park, and I'm like,
Which that does
run.
terrify me, and they sometimes feed them, and I think that's a bad idea too.
Well, and the geese are bigger than the children. Because geese are big.
Yep.
I don't know what kind of geese they are. Is there a certain type of goose that's like scarier?
That's a Canada goose.
Are Canada geese mean?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the geese.
Okay, all of the geese are mean, right?
I'm not a huge fan.
I
like to eat them.
I don't trust any goose except for the silly ones.
That's a good choice.
I'm a silly goose. I trust myself.
Or the ones that were the boats at Magic Kingdom years ago.
Yeah. But I don't see a goose and go, that is my friend.
That's probably smart.
Under no circumstances do I do that.
So I saw in the comments that Hayden asked if we are excited for Knott's Boysenberry Festival.
Yeah!
Absolutely we are. I will be actually going to a tasting on Thursday night to see what they have to offer this year in terms of food. That will be with Murray. We will have a blast, and I'm sure by the end of it we'll also have a food coma. Right?
The poor man's swan like...
Goose Lake. Yeah, that would have been a good caption of the week if there had been,
that's funny.
That's the right
comedy.
approach for caption of the week. Tie all those things together.
Oh, that's good.
But yes, we're looking forward to that, and we will also be covering
Boysenberry.
the open weekend of Boysenberry Festival as well, so you won't want to miss any of that. And
I love Boysenberry. What did it? There was something the other day that you said, this reminds me of Boysenberry.
there was.
What was it?
I don't remember.
It was this weekend. Cannot remember what. And I was like, that's a weird poll. Anyway, Adventureland Day on...
we will definitely be in the parks on Sunday.
We will sure be there.
And we hope you will be too.
Now it's going to bug me. There was something...
I do remember it. I just don't remember what it was.
Okay, here's also my chance, and you can talk about this too. I've been telling everyone about this lately, and I don't care, but you also can share opinions. This is the time of the show where Katie is actually watching media and can tell you to go watch something. Go, if you have an Apple TV Plus subscription.
Oh, I agree with this, actually.
Thank you. If you have an Apple TV Plus subscription, go watch The Reluctant Traveler with Eugene Levy. There are 8 episodes.
It's like a Eugene Levy version of An Idiot Broad.
100%. And
So it's not as crass, and
it's wholesome.
it's very fun. It's safe for the whole family.
Yes, and it's one of those things where the premise is that he doesn't like traveling and he wants to stay home.
It is kind of funny that it's on Apple TV Plus and not on Disney Plus, because if you didn't tell me and I just watched it without knowing anything about it, I'd been like, oh yeah, it's a Disney show.
Well, it kind of feels like the Jeff Goldblum show.
Very much so, with a different approach, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's super duper fun. Basically, they will put him up in a very nice hotel, like one of the nicest that they have to offer. The caveat is he has to explore where he is. He has to experience where he is. He has to eat the food of where he is. He has to like meet local people and understand the life that they live. It's great. I am very excited for us to get to the South Africa episode because he stays in a train hotel.
I like this idea.
It's like
All
a
right.
hotel suspended from a train.
We have more questions in the comments. How was the storm over the weekend? It was wet. It was cold.
So cold.
It was actually, I had fun on Saturday. I did a presentation with a couple of our team members, Doug and Katie, And also
I'm Katie.
Roger, who is running our Twitter right now, and at Friends of the Mouse Disney Club over in Garden Grove, and got to see Walt's old garage where it was the first studio, and it was very fun. And then it started pouring, and it was cold, and we were covering Celebrate Gospel, and Angela was there as well. And in the middle, or right as the end of one of the segments happened, hail was hitting the top of the Fantasyland Theater, and it was ridiculously loud. It was an adventure. It was also one of the coldest I think I can ever remember being at Disneyland. Like, it was mid to low 40s and rainy, and it was, and I was just in a trench coat.
And this
that
is not
was not
California
enough.
weather.
Like, it was not. I was not prepared. I did have an umbrella, but
This is like
it was fine.
Pacific Northwest weather.
Yeah.
This is not California weather.
Very much so.
Southern California weather.
Yeah. So that was an adventure, but we didn't have any leaks. The studio's still here. Like,
Or is it?
or is it? You know, we might be floating down.
You do not know
Who knows?
if this is a green screen or not.
That is true. We've been playing with that a lot lately.
Technology's come a long way.
But yeah, the storm was a lot of water, but it wasn't terrible. We've had, like, it was a bit crazy, but we've had worse. Maybe just not as cold at the same time. Ready
was
for
very cold.
episode 3 of season 3 Picard? Absolutely. I am sitting on the edge of my seat. I cannot wait to see where the next episode goes. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the last 2 weeks have been some of the best Star Trek in the last couple of decades, I'm going to say.
So, something I wish you all could have seen is before the show, Mr. Daps was extremely kind to explain every single Enterprise to me.
And not just the Star Trek Enterprises.
No.
I went from the original ship,
The original ship.
sailing ship Enterprise, through the original aircraft carrier to the nuclear-powered aircraft carrier to the shuttle to the one that's just in the credits to the one that's in Enterprise.
It was-
it was fun.
It was very funny though, because imagine this, right? Imagine there's a laptop here and just go, Oh, so that's like the, okay. You didn't see him touch it though. My head's in the way, baby. That's movie magic. No.
Now they saw it. Now they saw it. All right.
We're being too silly.
All right. I think we're running out of time. Katie, what should people do?
Just go to dapsmagic.com, check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. Subscribe to our mailing list, and from there you can find our Patreon, where we are silly geese 98% of the time, and 2% of the time we're sillier geese.
There you go. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we have lots of videos still going up from this last weekend, and we've got some other stuff coming up in the near future as well, including puppy videos that you won't want to miss, because don't you want to see a cute puppy named Kyoto? But that is about all the time we have for you this week, so we will see you around the corner.
Bye!